The Sun and Moon Show is a YouTube channel that is a part of a larger group of FNAF VR chat roleplay channels. But although the stories do intersect at times, you don't need to watch each channel to understand the individual stories of each. The Sun and Moon Show is one of the more popular of these channels, and it has a lot of characters that all technically come from one character, sort of. It's confusing. I don't think that Kill Code was originally supposed to be his own character, but it doesn't matter now. The focus of this essay is Bloodmoon, who is actually two characters. They were made by Eclipse, and they also hate him. They hate him a lot, actually. In one of the more recent episodes, Sun and Moon fight about Sun going to kill Eclipse. Moon brings up the fact that Sun killed Bloodmoon during the fight, and Sun says that was someone who deserved it. And that made me start thinking, okay, but did they actually deserve it?
Well, no. Almost no one deserves to die, but it's more complicated than that. They did a lot of shit when they were alive, and their death was kind of their own fault. Anyway, I'm gonna try to summarize Bloodmoon's life in the show, but I've probably missed something, so I'm sorry about that. Bloodmoon was created by Eclipse, but Eclipse didn't really do a very good job with making the AI, and Eclipse eventually ends up making Lunar to replace Bloodmoon because Bloodmoon isn't compliant. Eclipse was also unaware that there were two Bloodmoons, and Bloodmoon was the one who did the whole January 16th thing. Bloodmoon leaves Sun's body shortly after the events of, the events of the 16th, and they spend most of the, show hiding until Lunar takes over Moon's body, but it switches to Monty's side. Bloodmoon attacks Lunar because they're Bloodmoon, but the body they have is really weak, so they fail. Lunar learns that Bloodmoon really wants blood and a stronger body. Bloodmoon is eventually given a body by Lunar and Monty, and they are very short. They are made of nanobots, which gives them the ability to shapeshift. Bloodmoon was given a body entirely to be utilized by the anti-Eclipse gang to stall Eclipse. Monty and Lunar don't trust Bloodmoon at all and have a failsafe for if he disobeys them. Their concerns are validated when Bloodmoon tries to attack Lunar, but is stopped by Monty. Bloodmoon is sent to attack Eclipse, and Eclipse is terrible at fighting anybody who isn't afraid of him. So Eclipse can't kill Bloodmoon, but Bloodmoon also doesn't kill Eclipse, as Sun expels Eclipse from his body and manages to convince Bloodmoon to not kill him. Bloodmoon then fucks off for a little bit and just sort of floats around as a minor antagonistic force. He beats up a homeless dude, and we learn that when there is a Bloodmoon or a total lunar eclipse, they don't feel the need to murder people or be violent. They eventually end up working with Eclipse again and become a vessel for him because Eclipse no longer has a body, and they mainly choose to work with Eclipse because they're bored and they hate him. Bloodmoon commits minor arson and torments Sun for a little bit when they disguise themselves as Moon. Kill Code shows up, and Eclipse forces Bloodmoon to align with him, and they form their own little evil robot like within the Sun and Moon show. Eclipse is put into a computer by Kill Code, and Bloodmoon goes and fucks off for a bit. Like, literally all they do, like, between this time is, like, kill homeless people and hobos. Bloodmoon interacts with Solar Flare, another one of Eclipse's creations, for a little bit, and it's funny. But Eclipse makes Bloodmoon believe for a little bit that Kill Code might be working against them, but they don't really believe him because Eclipse is a fucking liar. Kill Code had been teaching Bloodmoon some magic, and around this time, Bloodmoon goes completely radio silent. Because they die. And that all more or less leads up to Bloodmoon's death. Bloodmoon decides to go back to the daycare and pretend to be Moon again, but this time Sun figures it out that it's Bloodmoon before they leave. Bloodmoon tells the other Bloodmoon that Sun is on edge and they want to make it worse, so they do. They spend a lot of time purposely provoking Sun and then threaten Sun. Sun picked up the barrel gun and pointed it at Bloodmoon. Bloodmoon then decides to provoke the obviously unstable person who is pointing a gun at them. They had time to leave or at least try to de-escalate the situation, but running away is probably their best, chance of survival because Sun realistically would not shoot them if they tried to run away. Just a side note, I don't think Sun originally intended to kill Bloodmoon when he grabbed the barrel gun. I think that he was just, like, trying to scare them off. Because, like, Sun didn't really know what the barrel guns did. Or I don't think he did. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure he didn't know because he asked. Well, he was kind of surprised when Moon said that they disintegrated whatever it hit, and he was pretty shaken after, like, he killed Bloodmoon. This all eventually leads to the confrontation between Moon and Sun in the bunker. Moon says Sun killed Bloodmoon and he was, like, becoming Eclipse, kind of. Sun says Bloodmoon deserved to die. Moon says that he is like Bloodmoon. Sun says Moon changed. Moon says Bloodmoon can't change because they are dead. I don't think Bloodmoon deserved to die, but I also don't think Sun was in the wrong for defending himself. Bloodmoon is, like, they were an obvious threat, and, like, they were able to fight back against Eclipse, and they had previously done, like, threatening actions against Sun and Moon, and, like, or they directly threatened them. Bloodmoon doesn't really have any strong connections with any other character apart from the system in their head. They don't have a solid alliance to anyone. They're willing to attack and betray Lunar and Monty. They openly just fuck with Sun and Moon. They hate Eclipse, and although they like Kill Code, it is pretty much said by them that they will betray Kill Code if he doesn't let them kill. The lack of connection to anyone outside of their head makes Bloodmoon's alliances very kind of meaningless. Like, Lunar was so loyal to Eclipse because he cared about Eclipse. Sun and Moon are loyal to each other because they care about each other even if their relationship is extremely toxic. The Blood Twins have the healthiest sibling relationship out of any of the siblings in the series. Like, they have civil conversations with each other. They seem to share control pretty evenly, and they're just, they don't act like they hate each other. The relationship the siblings have with each other is really interesting to me because, like, although they may like Kill Code, they wouldn't stop killing for Kill Code. Like, the other Blood Twins, like, or other Blood Twin, have, like, held back on killing or, like, doing violent acts because the other one said that they should bide their time a little bit or they should be patient. And they make decisions together. But they don't have any connections to people outside of their head. Bloodmoon, like, never really got much of a chance to change either. Like, the alliance to, like, the good side was, like, Monty and Lunar. And, like, although they showed, like, the ability to reason with Lunar, Monty didn't give two shits about Bloodmoon. And Moon and Sun didn't really care that much either. Well, Sun was in Eclipse's head and Moon was in Lunar's head, so they couldn't really care that much. But Bloodmoon had a semi-valid reason to hate Monty. And, like, they have reasons to hate everyone, and they don't want to change, and that's why they never change. So, did Bloodmoon deserve to die? I don't know. Like, they did kill a bunch of kids, but that's, like, everyone's done that. Like, maybe Lunar hasn't done it, maybe, but everyone's done it in the show. Like, Monty scams everyone regularly, and he probably wouldn't deserve to die. But Bloodmoon tormented pretty much everyone in their lives, and although that doesn't mean they deserve to die, it does justify to an extent them being killed in self-defense, because Sun killing Bloodmoon is very arguably self-defense, as Bloodmoon was in Sun's home. They were intruding, and they've threatened Sun before, and I'm pretty sure they might have threatened him. Like, I don't know. I don't think Bloodmoon deserved to die. But Eclipse, on the other hand,